sedate it and inform the the people who organized the show to say, okay, oh, these were the security measures we took, these were the incidents that happened, these were the things that we took care of during the show. So I don't really understand that part, and I will keep saying it for the 100 or the 10th time. The police did a shoddy investigation. The earlier we understand that, the easier it will be for us to accept what exactly is happening. And I'm hoping that the coroner will recommend for the investigation to be thoroughly done by a different team, because people who initially did this investigation, I don't believe they stepped out of their offices. I'm sorry. They just sat down there and people were coming to them to write statements, and they just felt like if the nurse came and they said they reacted, definitely it's the nurse. They didn't look beyond that. And I've been saying it, that in this kind of situation, the doctrine of last seen, the doctrine of last is a principle in criminal law. It is something that you have to apply. Those who saw the deceased before he died, those who were with the deceased before he died, those are the people you look towards, you know. So when I hear comments from people who say Baba Mohbad killed his son, I don't find it funny. I find it very upsetting. You know, I really can't control myself when I hear things like that, because I feel like they're just being ridiculous and they're making a mockery of this whole justice for Mohbad, because it ought not to be so. This is a pretty straightforward case, if you ask me. Some people said they never witnessed a fight, some said they did. So the people that were at the event, they were security men. That place was fully secure. There were mobile policemen, there were bouncers at that event. Where are these people? I'm sure they were engaged from corporate organizations, and the police was requested from a certain division or area command. So how come these police people cannot be summoned to also write statements? They are witnesses, and let them corroborate the fact that there was actually a fight. I mean, this is something that we can even reenact in our minds as human beings. Just picture it, like, what would have possibly happened? It makes no sense. If you're fighting on the street, people will see. You're not fighting in the toilets now. It's an open place. So how come Soso in his testimony, or I don't know what to call it, this speech, didn't give us a report of his security report corroborating the fact that there was actually a fight? And I was on a platform where I listened to someone say that Soso claimed that Mohbad texted him when he got home saying, "I'm home, thank you for everything." So I don't know if I'm saying it verbatim, you know, but I think that was what Mohbad was trying to say, like thanking him for everything and all that. Meanwhile, his wife and his brother claimed that he had already sustained an injury when he punched the glass at the time. So I'm really trying to, you know, put the pieces together. But I really align myself with the submission of Mose, because I mean, you don't even need to be a criminologist to understand certain things. It's just simple, you know. And I wanted to comment about Mama Mohbad's video. See that woman, I don't know what to say. No, I think she makes a mockery of her son's death with her behavior. I'm not going to judge her, because I'm equally a mother, and I won't tell another person how to be a mother. I mean, it's up to you. Now you carry belly, now you go labor room, no concern me. But my point is, all this today punch, tomorrow Chahara reporters, I really don't get it. I mean, if I don't know how those things have contributed to justice so far. I'm saying this out loud, I don't really know. All this going to media houses. Today's one, she was literally crying, dramatizing. I'm not saying that she does not miss her son. I mean, nobody can love a son more than their mother and father. But I don't see her as somebody who really understands the levity or the seriousness of this justice for Mohbad. Yes, she lost her son, but there are thousands, maybe even millions of people every day who want to know what happened to Mohbad. And they always try to make it personal, to score cheap points. You know, the family is trying to score cheap points, throwing missiles at each other. It's beyond that. I think they all need to be cautioned. It's no longer something that is personal. It's very deep. And the family should try to respect the memories of their son and stop all these shenanigans. The mother should stop this rubbish. It makes no sense. You can mourn your child. I will never tell her how to mourn her child. She loves her son. She carried him. She knows better. That's her. That's on her. But all this building stories, trying to paint Baba Mohbad as an evil father, it's inappropriate, because I don't need to be a member of their family. I've listened to Mohbad songs, and in a couple of his songs, he spoke well of his father. That's enough for me to pass judgment to say this man was a good father. There's no perfect father. We all have fathers, but when you meet a good dad, let's give him the credit. Nobody's saying he's perfect, but he was a good father to his children. He was there for them, and that is what counts. So coming out to try to discredit a man who stood for his children, who loved his children, is really unnecessary. Let's her fans caution her to focus on justice for Mohbad. This man does not go around scoring cheap points. He's trying to find who killed the son. He doesn't care about all this drama people are doing. You know, that's my contribution. I'm off to bed. And
Madam B, before you go.
No, I'm not Madam B. I'm Mama.
Sorry, moderator. Okay, Mama A2. Before you go,
yes,
I think you have a good submission, and I think one part of the family is concerned about justice for Mohbad.
Yes.
The other.
Hello, can you hear? I think your network. Or is it me? Can everybody hear me? I don't know. Or is it his network?
I hear you. I guess it's his network. Yes.
I don't know, maybe you understood what I was saying. My point was, I'm saying Baba Mohbad, in my opinion, is the only one looking for justice to me. And all others are just going around scoring cheap points, score points, by attacking their personalities, saying, what's the meaning of, they'll say, Wunmi, the man told Wunmi to give her 1 minute. I really don't, what's all that? Like, I don't know. I just pray that this boy gets justice as soon as possible. I'm looking forward to the corona inquest, hoping that Lagos State will be fair and just. Because I can't really say, I'm not confident that the reaction of people, things might get out of hand though. I'm not inciting anything, but I'm just trying to say, based on the state of mind and temperament of people who are on this course, if things are not properly done, judiciously and in good faith, I don't know how it's going to go. So I'm appealing to the Lagos State Judiciary to please prevail on the court to sit on time so that evidence and witnesses can be taken and a lot more can be achieved, knowing fully well that the jail goes up at 2. You know, so I mean, I pray that the magistrate is able to sit on time, take the witnesses, and come to a conclusion. And we'll live by that date. The toxicology report is equally out. Well, that will be a twist. But I don't want to preempt what will happen, you know. So I will just wait for that day to come. I've been waiting. I hope it comes like tomorrow. I'm so anxious because I really want us to make a lot of progress too, you know, because to have a better direction. Because I'm really not pleased with the way some hosts are inciting certain things that cannot be proved or proven. I'm against that. I will really advise we caution ourselves the way we speak. You know, if you don't have evidence of something, don't say it. You know, don't let anybody start to threaten you or petition you here, you know, carry you up and down. Let's just be guided. You know, I kind of appreciate how most of us, you know, reason. It shows that, you know, a lot of people are enlightened and they understand how certain things work. But, you know, let's just try to stick to what is happening. And I appreciate the platform for that. So yeah, that's basically my contribution. I don't know what Mose wanted to say, but I'll wait to see whether he's back.
Did he drop? What happened? I'm going to bring him back. So Mama A2, like you said, right? A lot is happening for real. And the inquest is where my strength is, like I'm putting everything towards that. You know, with all the conditions and clauses that is coming with that, the gen will go off at 2 p.m. And if they don't get to sit on time, then it will be a very big problem. You know what I mean? I think the time is set at 12 as well. 12 noon, right? Or is it earlier than that?
Well, our training from the law school is that the court sits at 9 or so soon thereafter.
Exactly.
Meaning that the court sits from 9 up. But typically, a court should sit before 10. The reason why some courts sit later than 9 is because of some consideration. Some lawyers come from other jurisdictions like Songwater, Abeokuta, to come to Lagos for matters. So that's the consideration. So I'm thinking the magistrate was considering people coming from Lekki, because a large amount of people who are attending the inquest are coming from Lekki. I believe that's so. Most of the witnesses are coming from that area. So I feel like 10 a.m. is a more appropriate time. Except, of course, it's at the discretion of your honor to know why she didn't sit at that time. But ideally, knowing fully well that the gen is going to go off at 2, because I told you, I'm experiencing the same thing. All courts in Lagos have been putting up their gen by 2. There's a directive to that effect. Some sort of reason, I don't know, even though the reason is something that we all cannot understand. But that's the directive of the court, and we have to respect that, so that's fine. But ideally, knowing fully well that the gen goes off by 2, it's only right for you to sit on time. That's my own, because I was not really happy with the way the last one went. The court barely sat for 5 minutes, and it was done. I mean, people woke up at 5 a.m. just to catch a seat at that place, It's really frustrating. So I'm putting myself in the shoes of the litigants, and I'm not thinking like, I'm thinking of the litigants, how they will feel coming with high hopes, hoping that certain things will be done. I mean, it's emotionally draining for these boys to be coming to court consistently. Let me tell you something. If a criminal matter is against a defendant, typically defendants don't sleep at night. It's like something is hanging on your neck. It's until you are discharged and acquitted, or a no-case submission is upheld in your favor, before you'll be able to sleep well at night. It's not easy. And this is not even a criminal charge. This is a coroner inquest, because their faith lies on the report of this particular inquiry. So it must be difficult for all these witnesses to be coming from different distances and meeting such I don't even know the word, because I'm trying to be careful so I don't see anything that would mean like I'm trying to insult the judiciary, but I'm just prevailing on them, because we are not even putting our courts in a good light by doing this. That's the truth. I've heard a lot of comments that broke my heart, and I don't blame them. The people were abusing the magistrate, people were saying a lot of things. I feel bad, because if we also take things into consideration and do better, we will not have all these comments and and backlash coming to the court. The court is a sacred place. It's only right for us to do the right thing, so that we don't get dragged into this thing. Sit by 10. That's it. So you have 11, 12, 1, 2. That's 4 hours. In 4 hours, you can reasonably take the testimony of at least 2 witnesses. Witnesses who are serious, not witnesses that want to talk for 6 hours and say ridiculous things. Witnesses who have something to say, and you can cross-examine them in good time. So that's the thing. I'm just looking at it, because my hope is that they're able to take Prime Boy on the next date. Hopefully the nurse is there too, so we can make relative progress, good progress, and know that, okay, this is where, trust me, if these 2-3 witnesses are taken on the next date, even if the nurse is not cross-examining, if she's examined alone, Lady Rhines and everybody in the panel, Wura, everybody, you guys, you'll see that this case will have a direction. You'll be able to tell, okay, what way we are going. And then by that time, the court would have already been able to decide, to be able to, not decide, but to be able to see, based on the testimony, if there will be need to recall the deceased wife. Based on the testimony of those 3. So, that's my submission. I'm just prevailing for the court to please sit early. Because this 2 p.m. thing has come to stay. We have been experiencing it for over 2 months now. I experienced it myself. By 2 p.m. the gen is off, whether you have a trial or not. So most times the judges try to quickly go through their course list. Some judges actually try, they use torchlights. They'll take you They'll tell you to remove your robe and your wig and just put it on the table. So you're just dressed in your cotton dress. The heat is still bearable, and then you touch lights. Some of them have rechargeable fans, so they just put it by their side. They're able to take 1 or 2. Now it's just to make the case progress. That's what they do. It's not easy for them too, because it's tough. Some of them have up to 26 matters in a day, and then the 2 p.m. thing. I'm really hoping that they resolve it, because it's embarrassing now for us at this stage in 2024 to be saying our gen goes up at 2. It's embarrassing. It's not like the judiciary does not make enough money. There's income now collated, and Baba Mohbad's team will have it. When the coroner finds whatever, and if it is not pleasing to them, then they can approach the police with this evidence, and the police can now take steps to invite certain people. Say, watch this video. You said there was no fight, but you came here and said there was a fight. Which one is it? Then they can now say, okay, your security detail on the 12th of September, is it 12th or the 10th of September? Can we have the information of all the people that were on duty on that day, that were securing the gates, securing the stage, securing all the critical areas and the car park? You understand? And then from there, they'll be able to now pick more facts as they go. I'm not here to teach the police their job, but it's just common sense. But
the police are not having common sense.
Yes, the investigation is not complete without inviting the security detail of that concert. It's not complete, because that's the only way you can determine or be able to find whether there was a fight or not. That's the only way. So I've said it to you, Stawara, before. I need us to let's wait for the 15th. See, I know it's a long way, but whatever happened on that day, then the legal team will now decide how they want to go. But the investigation is very much open, and evidences that can still be submitted to Bansi. If you have anything that you think can assist the police, take it there. What's it? The legal team has anything, let them take it there. It's part of the investigation. The investigation is still open. The file is still there. So that's it.
So Lady Ryan, did you get that? Please write it down.
I did, Rura. I did. I have a chat with I'm going to have a chat with Mama A2, in that regard.
We can compare the video together with the statement.
True.
See, this is the time to gather evidence. Gather. It's never too late. Gather, because we don't know how this case is going to go. We still have a long way.
This is the time.
We are complaining of 6 months.
All the Karima video, every video, all the video.
Analyze it.
So Mama A2, let me ask, with all the videos, if we don't have most of the things right now, is it also possible to introduce those things at trial?
No. You can't spring up evidence at trial. You have to. It's part of the. You can bring evidence at trial, yes, but it's tidier to put all your evidence together. Close the investigation so that the IPO will include all those evidence in his. He will incorporate it in his investigation reports.
Okay.
Because the IPO is going to come to court, he's also going to give evidence. So it's tidier that way. But if new facts come up, and if new evidence comes up during trial, and it passes the test of relevancy and admissibility, it will be admitted into evidence. As long as it's relevant and is admissible, the judge will take it in. But it's just tidier on the part of the police to gather everything, put it together.
But on the part of the police, I hope they put everything together, including the hand that was bleeding profusely. You know what I mean, with the damage.
If I be at Stawura, we're just throwing bands about that profusely. That profusely makes me laughing. I just can't get over it. Maybe they don't know the meaning of profusely. I don't know, but
but
I come to tell us is menstruation blood.
No, but as the law,
don't talk about those people. Those people are sick.
Mama A2.
See,
you're the law here. Okay, from a layman's point of view, we've been told, that the law does not permit ignorance. You know that. So the choice of word is very important. You know what I mean? This
That's
is
why
a
I'm
case.
saying that
Exactly.
it's an
Bleeding profusely.
embarrassment to the CP reading such. Because even if the IPO wrote profusely, profusely, I don't have even really understood the meaning of profusely.
Really?
Oh, so I don't really know that profusely. When they get to court now, during cross examination, they will explain profusely. Profusely, profusely, and was alive for 2 days. How many hours?
Profusely. Where's the evidence?
Profusely.
Yeah, we need to see the
Even
the
me, I
cut
even did
or the
C-section.
injury.
Me, I even did C-section. I don't think that my gynae would have described my own bleeding as profusely. Voila.
But Mama Etu,
Profusely.
they have to bring their evidence, right? Because
They
look
will
at
now.
it this way.
The IPO will explain under cross examination.
Eh-heh.
They will explain. It will not be fights. Just can you explain? Can you define the word profusely? When he defines it, then that will now make the court know whether he really knows the meaning of the word. Then from there, but by now, because of the social media has carried the profusely, the man go don't go dictionary, go check him now. They go don't know by now.
Because if you have a cut, if you say, okay, someone sustained an injury and then the person was bleeding profusely, didn't you see before coming out to write that the statement that they gave, right? They should have seen it, right? They should have seen at least pictures. They should have asked. Say, Ishara,
The IPO can go and inspect the body now. That's part of the investigation. Does not need to see pictures now. Part of the case, you can always see the body now. The police has access to the body.
Exactly.
That's why I was saying that day that when we want to do our own private autopsy, we have to go to court because the police are the ones that the police instance that the body was exhumed. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So they are the ones that we have to bring in so that they will be part of the order. Because if you get the order, you serve it on them, then you'll be able to get the pathologist of Baba to be able to go and check the body. So that's why this whole thing is at the instance of the police. The police said they wanted to investigate. Now they could not investigate without exhuming the body. So the IPO cannot say that he was looking at pictures. That would be a misnomer. He has to see the body. He has to. It's normal. Nobody. He must see the body. It's part of his investigation now. So he must see the body. I mean, there's no hard and fast to this thing. Me, I've said it, and I will keep saying it.
But if he had seen the body after the fact, how would he have known if that body was, what part of the body was bleeding profusely?
Basically, now you will just look for scars, stab wounds. You just look for visible, obvious, grievous bodily harm on the body. Because he's not a medical expert. Remember, he's just a police officer, exactly. So he's just going to look at the body, an outward look. So that's why I'm now wondering how the profusely came, because he just did an outward look in the sense that he just inspected the body, checked for marks, checked for bodily grievous harm, checked for any kind of deep wound, scar, all of those things. So maybe when the IPO come now, you tell us. Me, I'm not angry with them. I'm here to learn.
No, we are here to watch movie. The script has been written. Abasade is displaying her own madness. She's displaying her own madness every 5 market day.
That woman,
We're going to learn.
She's supposed to be inside Papa.
Bossman, we can hear you.
The pathologist will know if there's any person.
I'm not hearing Bossman. Your
Bossman, we
voice
can
is
hear
low.
you.
A pathologist will know if there's any
Laceration.
Alright. Because we've been hearing different shape of the chest, shape of the chest, shape of the back, check down. So if there's any cut and stuff like that, even without going through anything, the pathologists, because that's their job, they know that's what they look for. Even if see, Odro don't. Even if I say Odro don't is this, I've asked him. Ask for a picture of the body. When the injury was exhumed, they must take a picture and do video of his body. Because there's a reason why they need to do that. Alright? So that's what I have to say to that. As in, a pathology we know,
Okay.
the different of us,
Yeah.
they have wounds, you know that, oh, with this kind of wound, okay, they do anything, they stitch arm, you will know. That's been his
Yeah.
job.
But remember that we're still waiting for the pathologist report. So when we get that, we will now be able to sync it with the prophecy so that we can be guided. And another thing is, for the pictures we talked about, yes, there would have been pictures and recordings of how the body looked once it was taken to the morgue after the exhumation, but those pictures would be in the case file. We'll not be able to have access to those pictures for now. But the pathologist, by the 10 weeks, I don't know, are we calculating this data as weeks? I'm not calculating it, I've lost count of it.
I think we have
But I
like
don't
2
know.
weeks to go. But my
Yeah.
thing is also the nurse will have the picture that they sent to her to show her the extent of the injury, and that was what we had, the small scratch.
Yeah, the nurse, that picture that the nurse, I think the nurse gave that picture to the police too.
Exactly.
So, and I don't know, I don't know, it's really confusing. I'm not a
Okay.
detective, so I don't know how to look at it, because I mean they keep trying to make us do more than what we should. And that's what makes all these narratives start coming out. Same people, because the police has twisted the minds of people. We're like, many of us are like literally not mentally balanced, like not mad, but like there's some sort of distortion in our brains that's created, because every day we are listening to different things, we're trying to think things out, you know, because nobody's helping us, we're not getting any guidance from authority, and then we're trying to say, okay, how could this boy have died? How could this have happened? Because I'm aware that the picture was sent to the nurse because she requested that she went to see the extent of the
Exactly.
swollen hand. So is it that the hand was just swollen? If it was swollen, then where did blood come out from? Does swollen hand bleed? I don't know.
And we had an old mark, old cut on that hand, a small pinch. So
Yeah,
if the hand was swollen, then where was the blood gushing out from?
That's what I'm saying. If that blood was if that hand was bleeding from Ikorodu to Lekki, would he have survived it? The way they described it to us, so me, I've done 2 surgeries in my life, and I know that after my second surgery, I was bleeding profusely. Not this police type of profusely, the real one. So I was in the ICU. I had my second daughter. I had a C-section. So when I had that C-section, it was an emergency. Actually, my 2 were emergency, but this one was an emergency because my second daughter was trying to come out. I was in labor, and I ought not to be in labor as a C-section patient.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to fall into labor now. They're supposed to, but my daughter was trying to come out at 36 weeks. So I was in a lot of pain. Then they gave me one injection to calm her down.
Was your first a C-section as well?
Yeah, my first one I had placenta abruption, so I was taken to emergency. So my first was a C-section. So my second daughter, when I had her, they took me to the ICU.
Yeah.
But I was feeling pain. When they were wheeling me out, I was telling the nurse that I'm in pain. She now told me that there's this injection they insert in the anus after C-section to make the womb contract back to the normal position.
Oh, really?
So now they told me, I forgot the name of the drug, but medical personnel who might be here will know it. So they insert it they either put under your tongue or they put it in your anus. But for C-section, they put in anus. Because you know you're already numb now from your neck down. So you don't feel anybody touching you. But if it's vaginal, they put it under their tongue. So that drug like makes you cold, makes you shiver. So I was shivering. I was telling the nurse, I'm in pain. My stomach is cramping. She was not saying it's normal. I said that this is my second C-section. It's not normal. I didn't feel like this the first time. So yeah. So my husband came, asked me how am I doing, because you know they can't let the men come in because most of the men they are naked because of the way the surgery cover your body. So
yeah,
I complained to him, but they didn't let him in. So I called the nurse. I'm in pain. Next thing, I started bleeding, like clots of blood pumping out. So I called the nurse. Nurse started shouting like, "Doctors, come on! This woman is bleeding. No, she's bleeding. Maybe it's internal bleeding. No." So they checked, but I mean, the panic alone that those people showed me made me feel like I was already dead. So that's because they saw the extent of the way I was bleeding, so they were scared. That's what I would describe as profusely. Because it's what is bleeding profusely. Is it the police that will tell them, or the people that were at home that would have been seeing the blood? Would they can you really keep a person who was bleeding profusely at home calmly texting a nurse like your boyfriend or your girlfriend? Can you please?
And they had to wait for the nurse till the next day.
Mama Etu,
Yes,
he bled profusely. That's the blood in the room. He bled profusely, truly.
My sister, away.
Okay, so if he bled profusely, it wasn't from the event. So he bled
Yes, it was
profusely
at home.
from the house.
Yes, now we are getting somewhere.
That's why I
So
say
me,
we
my
go and
own
compare.
So we are getting somewhere.
Yes.
So
Bled
something.
profusely, it
Wura
was
and Lady
definitely not
Rhymes,
from
my
that
own
place.
mind, in my own head, there was no fight at that show. I stand to be corrected.
Please, I'm sorry for distracting you guys. Host, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I don't know. There is something I was trying to. The reason why I'm saying here, I want to know something before. I don't know if this will be a secret or I have to say it here. I said something about the anything money issue. I have said something about money before here. So I don't know how true is that, or I don't know. I want to be sure about that.
About money.
Yes.
What do you mean money? Like
Okay.
you made a donation?
No, I never do any donation.
Okay.
Yes, I never do any donation. But there is a donation they are telling me about. You understand me? And they
okay.
told me this thing is coming from Baba legal team or something like that. But I don't.
Did you get? Is it one person sending
Not
you
one
or
person.
so many?
Not one person. Not one person. Yes, I want to be sure about that story, and that's what I want
Send it to Bossman. Send it to Bossman. If there's anything like that, please send it to Bossman.
Okay. See you guys some other day. I'm leaving now. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Email boss. Send it to Bossman's inbox, and then he will respond if that's true. Anything with money, we have to investigate it.
Yes. It's not something we have to for everything. We see what is going on since Mohbad died.
Okay.
Exactly.
Later. B2.
Okay.
Exactly. Thank you so much for coming in here. Thanks. Thank you, B2. Mama A2 left. Oh, it was getting interesting. Mama A2, come back, please. Ura is still here.
No, me too. I want to follow Mama Etu.
Where are you following yourself?
Let her don't go. Wait,
Where are you following her
herself,
to? She's coming back, She will come back. I'm texting her.
Because at the end of the day, Lady Ryan, at the end of the day, if Soso Brecon can come in the open and boldly say there was no fight, then I want to believe that whatever happened there between him and PB is an altercation. So truly there wasn't fight. So now, where did the Prado glass get broken? Maybe that was the incident on the bridge. So that's why I said if they can check the statement.
Prado glass can get broken after the fact, maybe later.
Yes. So the truth is,
if the Prado give, they were fighting on that long bridge I say long bridge on
the bridge
when they stopped. That's where they stopped when they was fighting on that bridge. So I don't know how come the Prado jeep broke in that place. Maybe it's at home or on that bridge. That's where I noticed. So there's no in that show. There's no broken glass and have Prado jeep there and that show. Have people do there. So I have a lot of people there. People that went to that show, I heard they say there's nothing like that. They didn't hear anything like that. So I make confirmation about that.
So no confirmation. Yeah, because like we concluded, right? Like if there was no fight and even if there was fight,
it could do people that you know why I made that confirmation over there, because I know a lot of people that normally go to show over there. In case if there's any show, they will run and go out and they answer the people later. No matter what.
Yeah.
I have to ask. I had they said they didn't hear anything like that. There's nothing like fighting, something like that. But that way I sort of I want to
this job.
All those Ikorodu boys must have seen something now.
They know, but they why? That's why I stopped up. I don't want to talk. I want to hear from
our Ikorodu brothers. They should come out now, eh?
Because I know people that. That's right. They come out before now. People come out before that. They live. So because of this issue, they have to go back.
Our Ikorodu brothers should come out too. This is the time for them to, show their love and support for Mole.
I know, even though I have a guy like that normal is a singer, but he's not that more popular like that. He's a singer guy. So no matter how they show, he must be there. So they have to be there, no matter what. But I had that one said there's nothing like that. Even though when the guy was going, they want to see Mohbad by 4x4, yeah, carry video and carry camera, something like that. So I have like that. So he said there's nothing like that. So I don't know why they are saying they're fighting to do something like that. Maybe they have argument. That one is different. When there's the argument, so argument cannot bust out like that. So that's why I noticed a lot of things that maybe let me sort of. I don't want to say it out because I need to hear from up first.
Yeah.
Before saying it out. So tonight when I saw this video, I was so surprised. For me, it's wanted. It's already declared by wanted now.
Yeah.
Trading you. So, Lady Ryan, it's okay. We are making headway.
We are.
So, yeah.
We are. The only thing is that we beg them to have maybe inverter or something so that the courts will be sitting more, or actually start at 10 a.m., so that they will have enough time to cross-examine these people, Not that you come to court and you only have 45 minutes and everybody's trying to rush the questions.
No, but initially they weren't doing like this. So initially when they started this inquest, remember the day CY went to give her own part of the story. She stood for her as well.
So why are these men key people now coming in for only 45 minutes?
Yeah, so you will know that they are playing.
I think
they are playing one funny.
I think I don't know anything that anybody can do.
That's why I'm saying legal team.
Yeah.
Legal team action. The very day I was angry with Guresi, immediately I saw that man saying that there was no stab on his body. He is not even supposed to come and give that statement. And I immediately shouted Guresi up to come and say it, that this information is private. And he still come online to say there was no stab on his body. No, don't say anything. If it's distraction, if it's not distraction, don't say it. People can record you where you are saying that. And it's a conflict in statement.
Was he there?
I don't know. So why will you come and corroborate a story?
Maybe he wasn't there. I don't think he was there. I don't think he went there. Maybe he was told certain things. I don't think he went there.
Action is what we seek for, not words. Action. As we are bringing it out, let them be action.
I think this time around the legal team will be coming out. We're coming out with action, and also there is need for them to expand.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there is need for them to expand.
No one is an island. They need to bring in people. Mama Etu is vast. She's intelligent in all her submission, so she can be part of them. So any opportunity we can exploit, let's exploit it.
Because at this point, one will be asking. I think somebody asked them, how about the Brekete, the Sanda Brekete promised, right? I don't think they're not coming for the inquest. I think they're only going to show up at the when it goes to trial.
So we should also exploit the option. Every option God has given us Berekete, we should exploit. So every option we have that is favorable, every good people seeking for justice. Let's explore it.
Yeah, anybody seeking for justice, please let them expand the legal team. That's my own suggestion.
Yeah, because together we stand. Divided we fall.
Yeah, together we stand.
So this is not for self-glorification.
No,
no one is taking trophy. This trophy is for every one of us.
Yeah.
So it's not like one individual wants to take. No.
Yeah. I think there's need, trading newbies. I can see what you're writing there, like you said, the team will be expanded. Yeah, because I think there's need for the legal team to expand at this point, especially you heard what Mama A2 said at this point. I think also Mama A2 should be a part of the the legal team. Like, I don't care at this point, like anybody who can help.
Please go and inbox her and drag that.
Yeah, anyone who can help at this point should just come up and help, assist. Let me not use the word help, but at least assist and come up with your own experience, through your experience, work with the legal team that is on ground right now. That means expansion. Work with them, see how to go about it. If you can contact Mr. Muyiwa. Very important. Once you have Mr. Muyiwa, you can get to the legal team, right? I think there is need for them to expand at this point so that, we don't see certain things happening. You understand? Because if those things happen, people will breathe down a lot on the legal team.
Yeah, you're right.
They will breathe down on them, honestly, because all hopes are high right now. And if they have the opportunity to expand and bring on people that can also assist them, let's assume Mr. Aloba was a very wealthy person. If he decides to take counsel, like 5-10 counsels, he can do that. You know what I mean? For this case,
yes.
He can. So I know sometimes some people may not work pro bono. Some people might want to work with money. How do we go about that to, paying them and all of that? So those are the things that the legal team should look at this point. I know they're doing pro bono right now, but even with the pro bono, they're getting paid, right? For every.
We don't even need their pro bono. People are ready to support. People are ready to support.
That's what they
all these private autopsy, private toxicology, people are ready to support.
Yeah, because if you truly want, to see things happen also, my fear is if you're expanding the legal team, another legal team may not be asking for pro bono. They may not be coming in as pro bono. They'll be coming in to be paid.
Why the support people are willing to. The support will come out.
Yeah, anything that has to do with money is just crazy at this point.
No, the truth is, if it's an account for justice for Mohbad, that is not an individual account. Even spending money was contributed for spending. Much more a justice for Mohbad. We are talking about money for lawyer.
Money for lawyer has to come from the same place that the money that they use to pay the lawyer right now.
And you're thinking that the avenue we used to get money for spending, you think people will not contribute money for lawyer? If it's an open account and it's transparent,
I think they have they have the account, right, that they use in paying the lawyers that they have.
I contributed for no now.
Yeah.
So that's just it.
Yeah, they should have an account.
Let us face our fear. Let us fight like a lion. We can't be slow. Some people cannot be coming and be saying we are on top of the game. We are on top of the game. Is it money? So we are on top of the game. Some miscreants will be saying we are on top of the game.
And the way we're looking at it, we hope we are on top of the game with the 1 hour or 45 minutes.
It's not we. They are claiming that they are on top of the game. They are actually on top of the game. Yeah. They will always say CY is a step ahead of you, and everything is showing.
Because there's money too. You should understand that she has, there's money for them, or whoever is sponsoring has money to give too. You know what I mean? Like, it takes money to keep your legal counsel. So but especially when you want the best.
People are not tired for the justice for Mohbad. People aren't tired. People are seeking for justice.
But people are tired when you mention money to pay a legal counsel.
If we have a target, if we have a budget, people aren't tired. That's just it. We don't even have a budget. So that's it.
I think I'm of the opinion, just like so many people have been asking for an expansion for the legal team. I think the legal
Yes.
team at this point should have an expansion.
Yes, sir.
So that's something that the legal team should be looking at. If they have to expand, then that should come from them. They will need expansion at this point before they go for the next inquest. Just to have so many people on ground also doing what they know how to do best. Cross-examining us.
They
Yeah.
will write their question down. Put everything down. Cogent question. Important question.
Yeah. Trading Newbie said we need transparency and people will contribute to Baba's account.
Yes.
Yeah, transparency is very important. Very important in this case. Transparency is very important, and I know that that will have to be Mr. Loba's, Justice for Mohbad account for Mr. Loba. So I mean they are paying their current legal team, right, for every appearance and all of that. So, but if they have needs to extend their their tentacles right now, extend the legal team right now, meaning that if they have to have another legal team work with them, the current legal team extend their tentacles, then that particular legal team might need, because not every legal team will want to work as pro bono. Hello, Mr. Kunle, how are you?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Yeah. So we have a shot at something, a shot at one. I think we should take that shot. We have a shot at this. We can't have it again over and over. Go ahead, Mr. Kunle. Please.
All right.
Please.
So I heard you saying that there's probably a need to expand the team.
Yes.
Which I agree with you, and that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Like I've actually said with Legeris this evening, there is need to have a medical team. You understand?
Yeah.
There is need to have a medical team, some pathologists and persons who can critically analyze accurately, when it comes to, bodies, death, and all these things.
Yeah.
To be able to look at, a small wound and tell you what's the cause is, and things that played out. You understand? Mm-hmm. And also a team, a media team. You understand? The media team is more important. Like it is, if I can say important. You understand? It is still very important.
Yeah.
The media team.
Yeah.
The media team now does not have to do with what team Baba has now. No.
Yeah.
This media team will have journalists inclusive, would have persons who are social media savvy. You understand? Somewhat like influencers, or persons who are great writers. People who can write articles and publish, and then before you see it, it's viral. It's everywhere. You understand?
Yeah. Trading. Can you screen record this part aspect of it? Trading newbies, if you can screen record this aspect of it, that would be great. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so this thing that within 1 hour, within 2 hours, they can get an information viral and everywhere. It will be printed everywhere. You understand? Just like I used to say that the other people, like Wunmi's team, they have a lot of PR. You understand? A lot of PRs, and they are everywhere. You understand? They are on Twitter, they are on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. But if you look at the capacity of the justice team, we are basically focused on just TikTok and sometimes Facebook.
Yeah.
You understand? Which we cannot afford to continue with that. And I used to say there is more to do on social media. There is more to do on the media. You understand? That would influence this case positively. There are a lot of support that would come naturally if we approach the public in the right way. Now, if you ask me, there are some things that will come as a help, as an offer. There are some persons that, if they are not aware of this case, there are a lot of people that they are like, they thought they have died the case down. So a lot of people don't know that this case is still ongoing. You understand? Which means that we're not doing enough. You understand?
Yeah.
We're not doing enough. We need to do enough. We really need to do enough. And by the time this case gets public, there are a lot of people that will, volunteer a lot of support. There's some person who tell you that, okay, I'm volunteering my whole chamber to help you to do some things. You understand? There's some person that, okay, I'm volunteering my medical team. whatever you need at all, we are ready. You understand?
Yeah.
There are some persons that will say we volunteer to even conduct this DNA test and do it, from the beginning till the end. There are some persons that will, they'll bring more than enough finance, you understand,
Yeah.
to support the case. You understand? So
That's
all
true.
these things are going to come naturally only if the public are properly sensitized.
True.
You understand? There's nothing stopping Baba to go into channels, television, at least have an interview with Shewan Kimbaloye. You understand? He runs programs every, 7 p.m. every day. You understand? And politics tonight, I mean. You understand? So there's sometimes that, it's not really, it's politics too, because when you see something affecting a group of people, it is politics. It's affecting us, and that's why we're not sleeping. It's affecting us because we feel cheated. We feel that you're maneuvering the whole thing. You've compromised. You've manipulated us, and that's why we're not keeping quiet. So it is politics. So you can go there, and if you see him go there and he's interviewed, you see that this whole thing will get so viral. By the time you see that people from Abuja start making call, okay, what's even happening about this case? What have you guys done? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? And before you know it, they will call persons to order, and they will start to, put more ginger and more seriousness to it. Because this whole thing, it is not new, especially in Lagos State. It's not new. All this case of injustice, it's not new. You understand? And it is very rare for you to fight the government and win. You understand? When the government takes over a case, you understand? It is better that that person that is actually against you fight that case. You guys fight each other. Then the government should not take over that case, and it's very rare for you to win. The only thing that makes one win is when the public are fully in support or they are fully involved. That is when the government will be, they will feel like they can't mess with their feelings.
That's
they can't
correct.
mess. You understand? They can't mess with them because they know that once these people come out, there's no going back. You understand? So it's a high-profile case, but let me tell you that the person that is the high profile in this case is just a nobody when it gets national. By the time the case gets national, is a nobody. They would make sure that it faces the music.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's true.
It is nobody for them to, have a whole stuff manipulated and people, are cheated and manipulated and, and national image, downtrodden. It's not going to work because it's not even, it's not just going to work. There are a lot of people that they are just looking for things, for facts and opportunities to fight against this government, this administration.
Yeah.
So when they get to know about these cases, they're not going to keep quiet. They're going to use it as an opportunity for them to, get to them, get at the government, get at the administration. That's okay. Is this your agenda? Is this part of your agenda? To make sure that you sweep the constitution over the carpet and then you allow injustice to be everywhere. You understand? So please, if there's anybody who can get this across to the team, I don't have any problem with the legal team or whatever, but I should tell them that they should not think that they are too much in the legal team. It's never too much. I'll tell you that an ordinary House of Representative member in the National Assembly, he wants to go and reclaim his mandate. He has a lot of lawyers, a group of lawyers, just for ordinary elections. Now, when we're talking about a human being, the human life lost, it does not matter if we won't have a legal team that is up to 30, up to 40. It's not bad. You understand? Then it is at that moment that there is not going to be a grouping or department whereby, these social persons are working on social evidence. These persons are working to gather some facts. These persons are focusing on, musical rights, royalties. These persons are focusing on maybe DNA. And some persons are focusing on more evidences against the, homicide or whatever it is. And, by that time, it's going to be easier for them. So they should not throw away any help coming. You understand? They should not throw away any help coming. They should embrace them and they should address them properly. So well, that's my point. And I believe that there are a lot of people who are actually ready to give their best support. You understand? Whichever way it is, it's just a selfless thing. You understand? It's a selfless thing because, like I said, it's not just Mohbad we're fighting for. We're fighting for every meaningful Nigerian youth who is out there, who is striving, or who does not even have the hope of tomorrow. We're fighting for ourselves because in the long run, if you correct this anomaly, before you know it, it's not going to happen. It's not ever going to happen again. Because just take for instance that, okay, this is not just any other person. This is not just a nobody. How much more somebody who, you understand, who is not even anybody.
Yeah.
This is a celebrity. You understand? If a celebrity can be taken out just like that, just like a chicken, then how much more persons who are not even, up to that in any way at all?
Yeah.
You understand? So this alone is definitely going to be a fight, a movement that that would help us to correct the narrative that human life doesn't matter.
Sure.
You understand? We have to correct that human lives matter, and we cannot continue like this, especially in Lagos State. You understand? Because there's never a case where the Lagos State government takes up and then it will end well. You understand? We have seen examples of Sylvester, of Banishe, of several persons.
Yeah.
Till today, the Sylvester's DNA, the Sylvester's autopsy is not out, and it's 2 years. You understand? It has passed 2 years now, and the autopsy result is not out. You understand? So these are the things that we have to remember. Lagos State is not that. The Lagos State government is not that one that you would joke with or you want to smile with them. We don't want to smile with them. We know what we want, and we are going after it squarely.
Yeah.
What we want is justice, and whoever the person is, whoever is guilty, you understand, must go down, no matter the status.
That's right.
No matter the status, no matter the gender, no matter the person, no matter anything, the person must go down, and definitely the justice we shall get.
I am with you on that.
Let me make my submission.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kunle. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Thank you for coming up here, and I hope we see you again, and see you very often. We want to loud it as much as we can. Like you said, using media. Media is very powerful, very important, because this is just the street of TikTok. We can only reach a particular crowd or persons, on TikTok. And then even if we're using YouTube, what's it called now? The Facebook thing, and also Instagram, right? There are very few people you can really capture and send your message and